Hi, this is Janice from scrappycutsonline.com. I am going to show you how to assemble and decorate the holiday gingerbread house that is also a scrapbook. The scrapbook pages are attached to the base of the house and also to the top of the house. This was a real fun project and I hope you enjoy watching it, and I hope that you will decide to make one yourself. There are actually two parts to this video. In this video, I am showing you how to decorate the gingerbread house and to assemble it. In the first or the second video, I'm showing you how to score it and fold it, which I probably should have been part 1, but I named it part 2. These are the walls of the gingerbread house. The gingerbread house is basically made of different parts. There's the base where the scrapbook is attached to the bottom, and then there's the lid where the scrapbook is attached to the top. And now I am decorating the walls that will be attached to the base, the structure of the gingerbread house. So all of my files have pre-cut holes in them so that it's easy to figure out where you want to put your brads or put your decorations. You could use liquid pearls, you could use bling, you could use the stick-on pearls or beads or sew through it. It would, whatever you want to do, but I decided I wanted to use these brads. They're very colorful, they're kind of metallic, and they look like gumdrops to me, different colored gumdrops. However, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a gold gumdrop or a purple gumdrop in that color, but I thought they were pretty. The paper I used is a paper pack, and it's by Darice, and the color is Auburn Pearl. It is 8.5 by 11 paper, and it's all one color in this paper pack. I purchased this paper at Joann's, and it is specifically made for card making, so it's very sturdy paper, very strong, thicker than the typical cardstock paper that you would get when you're doing scrapbooking. When I add all of these brads, I find it easiest just to insert the brads and then flip it over and to flatten the brads all at one time. Now I'm working on the side pieces of the top of the gingerbread, and you can see that there's a half moon cut out, and that's also to help you be able to lift the lid up and pull the scrapbook out. I'm using a different brad this time. They're much smaller. I tried the bigger ones and it just didn't look well. They look too cluttery, and so I'm decided to use the small ones in just red and green. When I'm cutting out the die cuts for the different pieces that I need to decorate, a lot of times I will cut them out in several different colors. For instance, did I want the yellow window or did I want the orange window? And I decided to go with the orange window. This is the little gingerbread that is going to be on the back of the gingerbread house. The gazelle really can cut fine lines. Look how tiny that is. And I am just really trying to be really careful with the glue. I do like this glue. I know that I've mentioned it before. It's quick drying. I found these tiny white brads that are in the shape of buttons, and I thought they would look really cute on the gingerbread man. Look how cute he turned out. This is the door to the gingerbread house, and I put brads all the way around because I wanted it to look really decorative. And these are the tiny little brads that I used for the sides of the gingerbread house. And then this is the actual door that goes on it. Again, cut out with the same pearlized auburn paper. When I have really tiny parts, I like to use the siren sticker machine, rubbing it really hard on the back to make sure that the adhesive sticks to the die cut. And again, look how fragile that piece is that the gazelle had cut. Once the orange sections is attached to the orange, then just resubmit it into the Xyron machine and make it another sticker. And you attach the orange slice to the brown door, then stick the whole brown door through the Xyron machine and make that a sticker, and then stick that onto the white portion of the door with the brads. And add a brad for the door handle. You can see I use a Xyron sticker machine for all of the little pieces for this project. I really liked using the sticker machine for a couple of reasons. One is as I was taking each little piece off the cutting mat, I would put it through the sticker machine and I wasn't losing the pieces like I sometimes do. And another reason is that it's kind of acts as another hand that will hold little small pieces down for you as you embellish them. Sticker backing paper holds the gumdrops in place as I paint them. The paint I used was Extreme Glitter, and I found it at Michael's. It is really glittery. For all the window portions of the gingerbread house, I used the Distress Hard Rock Candy. So they would have a little kind of a shine and a glitter to them, but I wanted it also to be clear. Now for the pretzels, I wanted to make them have a kind of a texture, so I used puffy velvet fabric paint. I didn't have brown, so I know green and orange will make a brown. So I'm kind of experimenting here, and at first I started with a green and then mixing it with the orange, and some of it I blended together and some I didn't. When you use the puffy fabric paint and you apply heat to it, it puffs up. So here I am puffing up the one pretzel. So pretzels have to have salt on them, so I used the puffy fabric paint and dotted it with white and again applied the heat, and so it would look like it would have the salt crystals on the pretzel. I used the same technique then again on the long narrow pretzels, which are going to be the shutters for the windows. For the decoration on the door, I put the heart through the sticker machine, turned it upside down, and applied Fun Flock so that the heart would have a velvety feeling to it. And then I put the heart, the velvety heart, through the sticker machine again and applied it to the white frame. And then the white frame through the sticker machine and applied it to the door. Here's making some more of the decorations, taking the red swirlies for the peppermint, applying it to the white circles so it looks like a peppermint, and then coloring in the candy cane stripes to make it look more like a candy cane. Here I'm starting to decorate the walls. This is the back of the window, which is going to be the frame of the window. And then adding the pretzel sticks for the shutters of the window. Adding the swirly white decorations underneath the window, and then the peppermints on each side. And then just continue decorating the gingerbread walls. This is the door. Now, since the door has all those brads in there, I decided I wanted to glue that door on instead of just use adhesive. So I had to put a lot of glue on it and then hold it until it was very well secured. So this is the front of the gingerbread with the door, and then we're adding the window and some gumdrops. Look how shiny those gumdrops are with that extreme paint, extreme glitter paint. It's really pretty, isn't it? And then we're going, I decided I wanted to rearrange them a little bit, add the doorstop, and then the trim for the roof, and now the window, the pretzel window, and decorations. This was really fun to create. You can do whatever you want. You can decorate it however you want. You can use the pieces that I have in the file. All of the die cuts are included in the file. And then there's the back with a little gingerbread man. And I wasn't, let's see, how do I want to put these? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to put them in little trees. And then put the gingerbread man in the center. And there's the trim and the window, and then again the swirls with the yellow or the orange back of the window with the Hard Rock Candy distress stickles on it, and then the pretzel window. So now it's time to start attaching the walls to the main portion of the gingerbread house. I used 3-dimensional tape, and this is by Scotch. I didn't care about it being archival safe. I was really going for the cost. And it's not going to touch pictures, so I felt it would be okay. So you continue putting the three-dimensional tape around all of the pieces. I also put a piece of the tape in the center of each piece to help the walls not collapse into the other portion of the gingerbread house. And then you trim off all of the necessary spots. It's coming along really good. I really was happy with this gingerbread house. Pretty soon that'll be the last piece going on, and then there it is. You can see now how I finished decorating the walls. Now it's time to start assembling the gingerbread house. So you want to use really strong tape, either the score tape or that red extra strength tape. Carol Duvall used to call it industrial strength. But anyway, so now at this point I am taking the tape off the flaps to put the roof in. Now on the roof, those two flaps are on both sides. One has tape on the top and the other has tape on the bottom. So the flaps that have the tape on the top will adhere and attach to the roof, the other side of the roof, once it's down, and then that side of the roof will attach to the other side of the roof on top. So it's grabbed from the top and it's grabbed from the bottom, plus it's attached to those big flaps. And now it's time to start assembling the insert that will hold your pictures and will be attached to the top of the gingerbread house and to the bottom of the gingerbread house. There's 3 different pieces, so you want to attach each piece to each other, so you make one big long strip of paper, and then you want to score it and fold it as an accordion style. On this file there are little notches to show you exactly where to score, so I want to make it really easy for you, again with those reference points. See, now that's the last piece. If you notice that it has the heart, that piece is going to be inserted into the top of the gingerbread house through the heart pieces, the heart handles that are on the top. So that piece will go in the middle, and that's how it's attached to the gingerbread house. Now I'm putting a mat on each of the scrapbook pages. There's 2 different ones. This one was for a different gingerbread house. So there's going to be this one, and then there's going to be a green one. And so see how it's accordion, and I did it on both sides. Now I'm inserting the scrapbook page into the gingerbread house itself. And the tab inserts right through the middle. You grab it. On this particular one, I wasn't really happy with the way that the hearts matched up, so I decided I was going to put a red insert in the middle so that the heart looked like that it was a red solid heart in the center. I wasn't really happy with that either, so I decided that I would cover it up with the same hearts that I put on the door. So you'll see that later. See how it folds out and then folds back in. And now this is the bottom of the gingerbread house, and you're attaching it together, the 2 pieces together, and then you'll fold them over and make the box. The top part of the box, which was going to actually be the bottom part of the box, folds into it. And now the top of the gingerbread will go right into the bottom of the gingerbread. Now I'm starting to put the roof on, and you want to use good tape also, because tape or glue, this is really strong tape too. I'm not sure exactly who makes it, but I think I got it at some craft fair. Here you can see that I added the same decoration from the door to each side of the pull of the gingerbread house. Now you want to put really strong tape or use glue to add the shingles to the house. I've added one side, and now I'm going to finish adding the second side. Each one of the shingles has different pieces. There's pieces that have holes on the outside and then holes on the inside, so that the holes do not line straight up and down. They kind of crisscross each other. And then the very last piece of the roof is the piece that slips over the the center again. And now here comes the fun part. Using puffy paint, which for the icing, and then you just decorate it wherever you want. I decided to put it on each edge of the shingles. And then once you get it on, you use your heat tool and magic happens. It puffs it up just like icing. Then continue using the puffy paint to every area that you want. I decided I wanted it on all of the corners so that you could not see any of the dimensional tape. That's how the gingerbread pulls apart and then goes back in. The last thing I did was I added little decorations with liquid pearls to cover up all of the holes that were in the shingles. Again, you could use bling if you wanted to. You could use different glue-on pieces that you want. Well, anyway, this is the end, and I really hope that you had a good time watching this video, and please check back soon. I'll hope to have some more up. Thank you very much. Have a great holiday. Bye.